This is a pretty significant meeting. This is the first time that the North Korea leader has traveled outside of North Korea since before the pandemic. His previous travel was also to Russia at the time for a summit with Putin, and it was after the failed US-North Korea relationship under the Trump administration. So it's pretty significant timing that we see him traveling once again out of the country. There's a lot of conversation that the North Korean leadership will be looking for opportunities to strengthen their partnership with Russia and to potentially gain access to food as well as fuel resources. There's also conversation that the North Korean leader might seek out Russian support on the international stage, say, for example, within the National Security Council within the United Nations. And so there's a couple of different areas still for the North Korean leadership to focus on, but we'll have to see what comes out of the meeting. From the Russian perspective, there's a lot of interest and looking into what partnerships can be brokered with the North Korean leadership to obtain weaponry that could be used in the Ukraine war. And this is really where there's concern. So far, the Kremlin has commented that the connection between Russia and North Korea is a conversation on economic and potential engagement in the trade space. However, there's a lot of concern from the US White House that this is really a brokering of relationships to gain ammunition that could therefore be used later in the European front for the Ukraine war. We just had the celebration in North Korea of the 75th anniversary of the founding of the country, which North Korean leadership did highlight during a military parade. We've also just had the conclusion of the US, South Korea, and Japan cooperative engagement for the trilateral Camp David summit. And this is really putting a strong emphasis on US presence in the region, which we're likely to see some reaction to from North Korean leadership with the potential of also Russian reaction. And so while we'll still have to wait to see what comes out of this meeting, it's definitely important to pay attention to the regional timing as well.